In a world that often celebrates perfection, we frequently overlook the profound beauty found in our shadows. These hidden parts of ourselves, filled with fears, insecurities, and unacknowledged desires, hold the key to our authenticity. By embracing and healing these aspects, we not only cultivate self-acceptance but also become irresistibly magnetic to others. Imagine a life where love and connection flow effortlessly, not through desperate pleas but through the genuine expression of who you truly are. Join us on this transformative journey of self-discovery, where healing your shadow becomes the pathway to attracting the love and fulfillment you deserve. If you stay until the end, the ENG will shock you and transform your life. In the journey of healing, one of the first signs that emerges is the willingness to confront and embrace our shadow self. This concept, deeply rooted in the teachings of Carl Jung, emphasizes that acknowledging the darker aspects of our personality is crucial for personal growth. The shadow represents the parts of ourselves that we often deny or repress, our fears, insecurities, and unresolved traumas. When we begin to recognize and accept these elements, we initiate a transformative process that not only fosters self-acceptance but also enhances our emotional resilience. Jung believed that the shadow is not inherently negative, rather, it contains the potential for creativity and strength. By integrating these hidden facets, we become more authentic and relatable. This authenticity is what makes us truly irresistible, as it radiates a sense of self-awareness and confidence that attracts others naturally. When we stop seeking validation from external sources and begin to cultivate love from within, we shift the dynamics of our relationships. Emotionally, the journey of confronting our shadow can be daunting. Many individuals may feel vulnerable, as this process often requires revisiting painful memories or acknowledging traits they dislike. However, this vulnerability is a profound strength. It allows us to connect with others on a deeper level, fostering empathy and understanding. In a world that often encourages superficial interactions, embracing our shadow invites genuine connections, where love flows freely and authentically. In essence, healing your shadow is not merely an act of self-improvement, it is a courageous step toward wholeness. By facing our inner darkness, we illuminate our path to self-love, making us irresistible to those around us. This journey, while challenging, is ultimately rewarding, as it leads to richer relationships and a more profound sense of self. In our journey of self-discovery, one crucial behavior to explore is the tendency to seek validation from others. This behavior often stems from deep-rooted insecurities and the desire to feel accepted and loved. Renowned psychologist Carl Jung emphasized the importance of understanding our shadows, those parts of ourselves we often hide or deny. When we chase external validation, we inadvertently project our insecurities onto others, hoping they will fill the void within us. This pursuit can manifest in various ways, such as constantly seeking compliments, needing reassurance, or even altering our behavior to fit in. While it's natural to want approval, relying too heavily on it can lead to a cycle of anxiety and disappointment. Jung believed that by confronting our shadows, we can reclaim our power and cultivate a sense of self-worth that isn't contingent on others' opinions. Consider the example of someone who frequently changes their interests or opinions to align with those of their friends or partners. This behavior not only dilutes their authenticity, but also creates a facade that can be exhausting to maintain. Instead of embracing their true selves, they become chameleons, losing sight of what genuinely brings them joy. Reflecting on this, it's essential to ask ourselves, what would it feel like to embrace our true selves, free from the need for external validation? By acknowledging our shadows and working through our insecurities, we can cultivate a more profound sense of self-love and acceptance. This transformation not only makes us more attractive to others, but also fosters healthier, more authentic relationships. Have you ever felt the weight of seeking validation from others? Healing your shadow is what makes you irresistible without asking for love, as Carl Jung profoundly suggested, invites us to delve into the intricacies of our hidden selves. In this journey, we uncover the third item on our list, the importance of embracing vulnerability. This concept is not merely about exposing our weaknesses, it is about recognizing that our imperfections are integral to our humanity. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we create a space for authenticity and connection, which can be incredibly magnetic to others. Jung believed that the shadow represents the parts of ourselves that we often reject or hide. By acknowledging and integrating these aspects, we not only heal ourselves but also become more relatable and approachable. This process can unveil hidden patterns in our behavior, particularly when dealing with narcissistic tendencies. For instance, a person who has not confronted their shadow may find themselves drawn to narcissists, seeking validation from those who reflect their own unacknowledged insecurities. Consider the metaphor of a garden. If we only tend to the flowers and ignore the weeds, the garden may appear beautiful on the surface, but it lacks balance and health. Similarly, embracing our vulnerabilities allows us to cultivate a more authentic self, leading to healthier relationships. This is where the wisdom of Brené Brown comes into play. Her research on vulnerability highlights that it is not a weakness but a source of strength. By being open about our struggles, we invite others to do the same, fostering deeper connections. In recognizing our vulnerabilities, we also learn to set boundaries with narcissists, breaking the cycle of seeking approval from those who cannot give it. This shift not only empowers us but also transforms our relationships, making them more fulfilling and genuine. By healing our shadows, we become irresistible, not through the facade of perfection, but through the beauty of our authentic selves. In the journey of self-discovery and healing, embracing vulnerability stands out as a profound behavior that can transform our relationships and our sense of self-worth. Vulnerability, as articulated by Brené Brown, is not a sign of weakness, but rather a courageous act that fosters connection and authenticity. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open the door to genuine connections with others, inviting them to see us as we truly are, flaws and all. This act of sharing our true selves can be daunting, especially in a world that often celebrates perfection and strength. However, it is through vulnerability that we can heal our shadows, the hidden parts of ourselves that we often keep locked away due to fear of judgment or rejection. By acknowledging and expressing our vulnerabilities, we not only liberate ourselves from the burden of pretense but also encourage others to do the same. As we embrace this attitude, we begin to attract relationships that are built on trust and mutual understanding. We become irresistible not because we are flawless, but because we are real. This authenticity resonates with others, creating deeper emotional bonds that are far more fulfilling than superficial connections. Moreover, vulnerability allows for personal growth. It challenges us to confront our fears and insecurities, leading to greater self-awareness and acceptance. As we heal our shadows, we become more compassionate towards ourselves and others, fostering a sense of community and belonging. In conclusion, embracing vulnerability is not merely an act of self-expression, it is a powerful catalyst for healing and connection. By allowing ourselves to be seen and accepted, we become irresistible in our authenticity, drawing love and support into our lives without even having to ask for it. As we delve deeper into the journey of self-discovery and healing, it becomes evident that embracing our shadows is pivotal in cultivating an irresistible essence. The fifth aspect of this transformative process is the importance of self-compassion. In the words of Carl Jung, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." This profound insight encourages us to look beyond our past experiences and to treat ourselves with kindness, especially when we confront our darker aspects. Self-compassion allows us to acknowledge our flaws and vulnerabilities without judgment. It is an invitation to embrace our imperfections as part of our humanity. When we practice self-compassion, we create a nurturing environment within ourselves, fostering resilience and emotional strength. It is in these moments of self-acceptance that we begin to heal, transforming pain into wisdom. Moreover, self-compassion enhances our relationships with others. When we learn to be gentle with ourselves, we naturally extend that kindness to those around us. This ripple effect not only enriches our connections but also attracts love and support from others, as they sense our authenticity and openness. Incorporating self-compassion into our daily lives involves simple yet profound practices. Whether through mindful meditation, journaling, or simply pausing to speak kindly to ourselves during challenging times, these actions reinforce our worthiness of love and acceptance. As we heal our shadows with compassion, we illuminate our paths, making us truly irresistible. In exploring the sixth behavior related to healing our shadow, we must consider the profound impact of self-acceptance. This concept, deeply rooted in Carl Jung's philosophy, emphasizes that embracing our flaws and insecurities is not merely an act of self-love but a transformative journey toward authenticity. When we confront our shadow, those hidden aspects of ourselves, we begin to dismantle the barriers that prevent us from experiencing genuine connection with others. Self-acceptance requires a courageous willingness to face our vulnerabilities. As philosopher Brené Brown eloquently states, vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change. By acknowledging our imperfections, we create space for growth and self-discovery. This process allows us to cultivate empathy, not only toward ourselves but also toward others, fostering deeper relationships built on understanding and compassion. Moreover, self-acceptance invites us to redefine our narratives. Instead of viewing our past mistakes as failures, we can reframe them as lessons that contribute to our personal evolution. This shift in perspective empowers us to approach life with resilience and grace. When we accept ourselves wholly, we radiate a magnetic energy that draws others in, making us truly irresistible. Ultimately, healing our shadow through self-acceptance is about embracing our wholeness. It is a journey of reclaiming our power and stepping into our authentic selves. As we learn to love ourselves unconditionally, we invite others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of acceptance and love in our relationships. This profound transformation not only enriches our lives, but also inspires those around us to embark on their own journeys of healing. As we delve deeper into the journey of self-discovery and healing, it's essential to recognize the importance of embracing our shadows. The seventh aspect of this transformative process is the power of vulnerability. In a world that often equates strength with stoicism, many of us shy away from showing our true selves, fearing judgment or rejection. However, as Brené Brown, a renowned researcher on vulnerability, eloquently states, vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open the door to authentic connections with others. Imagine a flower blooming in a garden. It doesn't hold back its beauty for fear of being judged. Instead, it flourishes in the sunlight, attracting bees and butterflies. Similarly, when we embrace our vulnerabilities, we become irresistible, not because we seek love or validation, but because we radiate authenticity. Consider a time when you shared a personal struggle with a friend. The relief and connection that followed were likely profound. This moment of openness not only deepened your bond, but also encouraged your friend to share their own experiences, creating a space of mutual understanding. In this light, vulnerability becomes a strength, a powerful tool for healing our shadows. By acknowledging our fears and insecurities, we not only liberate ourselves but also inspire others to do the same. This ripple effect fosters a community of acceptance and love, where we no longer seek approval but rather celebrate our shared humanity. Embracing vulnerability allows us to heal our shadows, making us truly irresistible in our relationships. As we continue this journey, let us remember that it is through our authentic selves that we attract genuine connections. Embracing vulnerability is a transformative step in healing your inner self. It allows us to connect deeply with our emotions and acknowledge our imperfections. This behavior is not a sign of weakness, rather, it is a powerful act of courage. By allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, we create space for authenticity and genuine connection with others. Carl Jung, a profound thinker on the human psyche, believed that acknowledging our shadow, the parts of ourselves we often hide, leads to a more integrated self. When we embrace our vulnerabilities, we not only accept our flaws but also recognize them as integral parts of our journey. This acceptance can make us more relatable and approachable, fostering deeper relationships. In a world that often glorifies perfection, showing vulnerability can be incredibly alluring. It invites others to lower their defenses and share their true selves. This mutual openness creates a bond that is irresistible, as it is grounded in honesty and empathy. When we stop seeking validation through facades and instead reveal our true selves, we attract authentic love and connection. As Brené Brown, a leading researcher on vulnerability, states, vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change. By embracing our vulnerabilities, we pave the way for personal growth and meaningful connections. This journey not only enhances our relationships, but also empowers us to become the best versions of ourselves. Ultimately, healing your shadow through vulnerability makes you irresistibly magnetic. It invites love and acceptance, not only from others but also from within. Embrace this process, and watch how your relationships flourish in authenticity and depth. In the journey of self-discovery and healing, the process of embracing our shadow self is crucial. The 9th and 10th behaviors that emerge from this exploration are intricately linked, revealing how our hidden aspects can subtly influence our relationships and self-perception. The 9th behavior often manifests as a tendency to seek validation externally, driven by unresolved inner conflicts. This need for approval can create a cycle of dependency, where we constantly look to others for affirmation, inadvertently neglecting our own self-worth. Conversely, the 10th behavior emerges as a defensive mechanism, where we might dismiss genuine connections out of fear of vulnerability. This creates a paradox. While we crave love and acceptance, we simultaneously push it away, fearing that exposing our true selves will lead to rejection. Carl Jung emphasized that acknowledging our shadow is not merely about confronting our fears, but about integrating them into our identity. When we fail to recognize these interconnected behaviors, we risk perpetuating a cycle of emotional isolation. By healing our shadow, we cultivate a deeper understanding of our needs and desires, allowing us to break free from the chains of external validation and fear. This self-awareness empowers us to engage authentically with others, fostering genuine connections that nourish our souls. As we learn to embrace our imperfections, we become irresistibly attractive, not because we seek love, but because we embody it. The journey of healing is not linear, but each step brings us closer to the love we deserve, both from ourselves and from those around us. Healing your shadow is a journey that transcends mere self-improvement. It is a profound exploration into the depths of our psyche, as noted by Carl Jung. The shadow represents those parts of ourselves that we often neglect or hide, the fears, insecurities, and unacknowledged desires. Embracing these aspects can lead to an irresistible authenticity that draws others to us without the need for validation or external love. When we confront our shadows, we are not merely seeking to heal ourselves, we are inviting a transformation that radiates outward. This inner work cultivates a sense of self-worth that is unshakable, allowing us to engage with the world from a place of strength and clarity. As Jung wisely stated, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. It is through this conscious engagement with our shadows that we truly become magnetic. The process is not easy. It requires courage to face the uncomfortable truths within. However, the reward is immense. By accepting our imperfections, we become relatable and approachable, fostering deeper connections with those around us. People are drawn to authenticity, and when we own our stories, both light and dark, we create space for others to do the same. In conclusion, healing your shadow is what makes you irresistible without asking for love. Embrace your whole self, and watch as the world responds to your newfound energy. Remember, your journey is unique, and sharing it can inspire others to embark on their own path of healing. So, let's start a conversation. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video if it resonated with you, and subscribe for more insights on your journey of self-discovery. Together, we can illuminate the shadows and celebrate the beauty of our authentic selves. That's it. If you like this video, share it with your friends and leave your like, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss more tips like this. Leave your comments saying what you thought of the video and what you would like to see in the next videos. Remembering that we have other videos in this style that you will like to watch, just enter our channel that I guarantee you will like.